Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. Happy Saturday, everybody. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about two things. Number one, I talk about these order limits. Limit of 5 per customer, 2 per customer, 3 per customer. Because this is kind of a tactic they've used for a while. It's actually a sales tactic, but for a while there, it was kind of trying to slow down the scalper tactic, or at least that's what we thought. Now I'm starting to notice it being used in a different way these days and not being used at all in other ways. I'm also going to discuss FOMO. I've got the cure. I have the cure for FOMO. I'm going to show it to you in this video. And there is a link. There's a link between this little tactic they use with the maximum order quantity, the limit on there. And I'm going to tell you how I got burned. I got burned with this order quantity nonsense. I'll talk about that story, this and more. Thanks for taking some time away from Toy Federation, Pixel Dan, Toy Hunts, and Bobby Valla to come check this out and chime in on this topic coming up. Okay, so I want to start out with Mattel Creations, and I'm noticing a trend here with this, or maybe it's just a one-off weird nonsense thing. This Voltac figure, I've got mine now. I'm happy. It's a pretty cool figure overall. But the thing is, when they first put this up for pre-order, there's that whole Club Grayskull thing, and they had a limit of 1 per person for the first day. But you had to be a Club Grayskull member, pay your $10. Now, of course, I paid my $10, but I waited the next day, and I got 2 of this one, and I got 2 of the Heroes. And I'm probably going to regret that because they're probably going to go on clearance for $16 down the road, but I did it anyway, so I can have 1 shipping. Then, of course, I had to pay the $9 in it. But you see here the limit of 3 per customer, and that was the day it was open for everybody. So it's kind of frustrating. You're going to get a membership here, but if you want to order 2 of something so you're not losing that, wasting that $7 shipping on it, then you can order 2 or buddy up with a friend of yours or something along those lines. They took that away from you. It's interesting to see the ones going forward, how they do it. Was that a mistake, or is that going to be their new way of doing business? You only can order 1 with your membership. You have to wait for it to go live to everyone else to order the other 2. I'm going to fully credit Mega J Retro for this one because I think he put in 500, 1,000, 10,000, whatever, and it was showing crazy numbers. Now, there's no quantity on this whatsoever. He was able to put 500 in his cart. Now, I don't know if it'd let him check out, because you'd have to be crazy to want to buy that many of this figure, especially because it's been, 2-3 weeks, and still plenty of them available, still 500 available right now to add to your bag. And so this is going to get into, I probably just gave away one of the issues, but I'm going to wait till I get to the Cat Slayer to talk about that. So this is the issue here with Mattel Creations. I've noticed it. Now, people are going to say, but Mike, they're putting these restrictions on there because they care about their customers. See, Mattel Creations, they care about their customer. They like their customer. They don't want scalpers to get them. Okay, I understand that. And maybe there was some of that in 2020, 2021, 2022. But when you're operating a business where nothing sells out, ever, i.e. Mattel Creations, and the Masters Universe line, if you really cared about your customer, you'd put Coldar back out. Now, I do understand the numbers on it. You'd probably only sell 500 or 1,000 of them. But people like myself, who've been collecting this line since day one, which is a $15 line, by the way. These figures are $15 figures. They're charging $17 online. I was in front of my computer waiting to check out when they sold out, and I don't think that's right. I deserve a Coldar, and I will not be paying over $100. Don't worry about that $60 one. It sold like snap. Sold like that. The $60 one sold like that. Loose. That's you very seldom see them like that. And I thought 30 was too much. Reissue. This Coldar is doing a fan a favor, but it's not a good business decision. They're not doing any of this for the fans. Now, this is just a fun side story. I don't see an order quantity on this Takara added, which is interesting, but strange. I don't see it, but this pre-order item will be available to ship approximately March 31st. I still don't see any maximum order quantity on it. Of course, $175. They're probably not expecting people to buy 10 of this figure. And he is going to be Masterpiece scale. So that was a question. 9.5 inches, $175. I hear some places are only going to charge $165. All right, so here we go. 5 limit per customer, 5. And the thing about this limit per customer of 5 is this is something you could see an army building, a troop building. 3 to 5, I don't see that's that big of a deal. Well, guess what? Y'all haven't produced it yet, have you? I mean, I don't think this has gone fully into production. We're not going to see it till down the road. And with that, why can't they just leave it open for pre-orders for a month or 2 weeks or something like that and let people order this stuff? But I had it in the cart. I could have ordered it out just fine, but I was still on the fence at the $75 price point. My heart's not broken. I'm not upset. But I hear a lot of people that are upset about this. And with that, the limit of 5 is not a bad limit, but again, sold out all the way. So that's one of those things that it's sold out. And also look in the middle there where it says sold out. When it says pre-order or pre-order sold out or something along those lines, but there's still a green dot instead of a red dot, that means there's more that will get put up. And I guess it came back in stock a couple times. I missed it, but I really don't think I would have ordered it anyway. Now, there's really no rhyme or reason to this, but there's a limit of 3 for Xandar. Now, it could be because all Dreadnoks are wildly popular. I don't know, but this guy doesn't seem to sell out anywhere. And with that, I thought it was just kind of strange. Why is he a limit of 3? Not a bad figure. I've got mine coming from BBTS, but I got like 19 days till I ship my BBTS order, and they don't have one, but it's a pretty cool looking figure. I was kind of hoping to find these in Targets. It's been really hard, and very few Walmarts even carry any of the Joe stuff anymore. Limit 5 per customer. So this makes absolutely no sense. Why is there a limit of 5 on this set? It seems like the higher the price point, the higher the limit, and then it gets up to $175. You can order 20 of them if you want. So it makes really no sense over here about the price point, and that's an issue. And because a lot of my viewers like Transformers, I just wanted to show whoa, sold out. So this thing's sold out with a limit of 5 per customer. I still don't see why it's so popular. The cassettes, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've got one. I've got the figure, but maybe I don't have the cassettes. I'm not really too worried about it though, but 5 per customer. It's sold out. So this is where I have a problem with how Hasbro Pulse operates. So they put a maximum quantity of order for 2. I ordered 2. Maybe I have 1 to open, 1 to keep sealed or something like that. And then they put these on clearance for 35% off or something like that. And I just had to have my son on his account order me another one. I wanted another one. But the weird part about it is if you're going to put this stuff on clearance, why not up the quantity? You want to get rid of it. They want to get rid of it. Why not up the quantity and let other people that have the 2 buy a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th? Now, where's this number 3 and 5 come from? So I did get burned on it, and I don't think it was this set. I think it was the Storm Shadow set, because I know it's a Storm Shadow set, because I'm addicted to the Storm Shadow. That's my favorite character, and I can't have too many of that one. But anyhow, this is kind of crazy how when they put this order quantity restriction on you, and then they put the stuff on clearance, you're not allowed to order it. That is insane. Now, what exactly is BBTS done? Well, here we go with the reaction figures. And because I have not figured out how to actually show the order quantity on these, if you're to put any of these figures at BBTS into your cart, you can add 24 to your cart at any time. And then this is going to get into kind of a shady tactic of what they do here. There's 24 it's going to let you do. So it caps out at 24. I guarantee you they have more than 24 available. It's probably like along the lines of 400. That's kind of my expectation on that. But you could put 24 in your cart. You could secure 24 pre-orders. While we're here, the Blue Bat is up for pre-order again. And it's $22. It's $2 more. 10% more. It's $2 more. Wonder why. Why is it $2 more when it's already been produced and they're going to get more in another run of this? And Super 7 just got more in. But now the new figures are back to the $20 price point. This is gouging. Now, enter the Cat's Lair to prove my point at BBTS. And I've seen this in a couple of other places too, and I'm starting to put the dots together. For something like this, it's a high price point. It's the opposite of what Hasbro Pulse was doing, was putting higher quantities on higher priced items. This is a lower quantity on a higher priced item. Limit 2 per customer at $1,000. So if some chump wants to come give you $4,000 and buy 4, they can't. And here's the other weird part. Let's say you bought 2 and got them shipped, and then they put them back up for sale. It's going to be that same situation that Hasbro Pulse has. You can't buy another one. Who really needs 3 of these? Nobody does. I've got mine. I don't need one. I'm just using this as an example. But this is where the FOMO sets in. If you're to go down here and you're to click on that limited 2 per customer, you click on the drop-down box, it's going to only give you 2. You can maximum put 2 in there. Now, if they didn't have the limit on there, it would show you how many they had, up to 24. Oh, they still got 24. I don't need to worry about it now. I'm going to save up and buy it next month. No, I'm going to buy it in August. No, November. No, next January. See, the thing is, if you knew that there was 24 and you checked every day, and you knew there was still 24 available, then you could actually just put it off until it got down to 5 or 3. And then, okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And the other thing with that is, if you knew they had that many on stock, you could wait and see if they clearance it, discount it, mark the price down. When they're carrying something like this, they've invested $750 and they're going to make a $250 profit, but they have some wiggle room to knock it down to $8.99 or something along those lines. But you don't know that. You don't have on the user end the ability to see anything like that, or even to make a solid, educated decision because they limited it. Now for the FOMO, this is a tactic I have noticed from mostly Hasbro Pulse. BBTS themselves, most of the time, if it's sold out, it really means it's sold out. And if somebody cancels an order or a payment doesn't go through or something, there's a certain amount of time before it pops back up. I tested it once, and it's not instantaneous. It's like either 30 minutes or an hour later when it would pop back up. It was just a fun thing I did once. But the weird thing about this is that Hasbro Pulse will continually have stuff go out of stock, into stock, out of stock, into stock, out of stock, and into stock. And then when these show up, there'll probably be more quantity, which does kind of make sense. Like, you don't want to oversell your pre-orders. So there probably will be some stock when this comes in. Because that's how the Vamp was. It seems like when the Vamp showed back up and, like, I got mine, more were available for a brief amount of time. I didn't see it, but I heard people talk about it. And so they do kind of play those games. And I know for a fact with the Trouble Bubble was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of stock like 5 times. But with that, that's a FOMO tactic. Some of it has to do with being safe and not overselling pre-orders, but the rest of it is all about the FOMO. All right, so I promised you the cure. The cure to FOMO. Fear of missing out. And this has cured me right here. I mean, I gotta tell you, I was cured. I didn't jump on the hero right away. I waited till I can get multiple things at once. And when you look back, and it's just like you stop, you just kind of look back in time for the last 6-8 months, almost nothing that is exclusive at Mattel Creations is sold out from Masters of the Universe. Now, I do think that economic times are one thing. I think that interest in the line is waning. And I think that the character selection is becoming less popular of characters being put out. And then there's other things, like it doesn't seem like the Masterverse is being supported nearly as well as Origins by the fans. It's like the fans are not as interested in that, probably because so many people already have a Classics collection that would have bought this, that are like, why do I need that? I got the Classics version. I hear that a lot all the time. But for whatever the reasons are, the FOMO is dwindling when it comes to Masters Universe because of this. And a lot of that stuff is either on clearance or was on clearance or will go back on clearance. And if you watched my video last Friday, then a lot of these things that are being announced or leaked or what we know is coming in 2026, and a lot of stuff coming this year, some of the stuff coming this year, reissues. Like, we see stuff get reissued, put back out. I have my own beliefs why you're not seeing a lot of reissues with Masters of the Universe, because they've already reissued everything once. And when it comes to G.I. Joe classified. You get almost everything reissued as a retro, or it's just heavily in stock at BBTS. But this is one of those things. These reissues, if you hold your breath long enough, they'll just get reissued. So it's pretty easy on that front, and takes away the FOMO. But of course, if you wait too long, the prices will go up. But I'm gonna ask you guys: have you seen this? Have you noticed the strange, odd things going on with the limits of ordering? And has it burned you like it did with my Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes 2-pack? Are your eyes open to looking at this, so when something goes up to pre-order and you're going to be sitting there right at your computer right at the 11 a.m. time to pre-order it, and it only says you can order one? Well, wait another day. Probably you'll still be there. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Teddy Hair out.